Imagine this. You wake up, check your bank account, and see 7 figures staring back at you. No more stressing over bills. No more debating whether to splurge on a vacation or save for the future. Just complete financial freedom. Sounds unreal, right? But here's the kicker. Most people who hit their first million don't do it the way you think. It's not just about working harder, grinding 24/7, or jumping on the latest get-rich-quick trend. There's something else. Something that separates those who break through and those who never make it. And today, you're going to discover exactly what that is. See, everyone wants to be rich, but very few ever crack the code. Most people think it's about landing a high-paying job, investing in stocks, or starting a business. But here's the brutal truth. If that's all it took, everyone would be a millionaire by now. The reality, the journey to your first million is a psychological game just as much as it is a financial one. And the biggest secret? It starts with one thing that 99% of people overlook. The millionaire mindset shift. Let's talk about the first domino that has to fall. The way you think about money. Most people are trained to see money as something they have to earn, dollar by dollar, paycheck by paycheck. But millionaires, they don't trade time for money. They make money work for them. If you're still in the mindset of I need to work harder to earn more, you're playing the slowest, most exhausting game possible. The real question isn't how to make money, it's how to make money make more money. Take someone like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Do you think they got rich because they worked more hours than the average person? Number, they played a different game, one that the majority never even realize exists. And the moment you switch to this way of thinking, everything changes. But that's just the foundation. There's another part to this puzzle, and without it, even the smartest people stay broke. The hidden secret, understanding leverage. This is where leverage comes in. The wealthiest people in the world don't do everything themselves. They don't rely on a single income stream, and they definitely don't put all their eggs in one basket. Instead, they master the art of using other people's time, money, and skills to scale their wealth. Think about it. If you're working a regular job, you have 24 hours in a day, and no matter how much you hustle, there's a limit to what you can earn. But what if you had a team, a system, or investments that made money even while you slept? That's how real wealth is built. The question is, how do you apply this to your own life? The shift from consumer to creator. One of the biggest money traps is thinking like a consumer instead of a creator. The average person spends money on things that lose value, cars, clothes, gadgets. But the wealthy, they focus on assets, things that generate income. It's not about saving every penny and living cheap. It's about putting your money in places where it can grow. Take this. There was a guy, let's call him Jake. He made a decent salary but was always struggling financially. Every time he got a paycheck, he'd spend it on upgrading his car, eating out, or buying things that made him feel rich, but weren't actually making him any richer. Then one day he flipped the script. Instead of spending, he started investing. First in skills, then in income-generating assets. Fast forward 5 years. Jake went from living paycheck to making over $1 million. The crazy part? He didn't even start with a huge amount of money. He just made a simple shift. He started making money work for him instead of working for money. And here's the kicker. What he did next is what truly skyrocketed his wealth. And that's exactly what you need to do if you want to reach your first million. So before we dive in, subscribe and join the community, because this is just the beginning. Stick around till the end, because we're about to reveal the exact blueprint to turn your income from linear to exponential. This is the game changer most people never figure out. The real path to wealth. Multiplication, not addition. Most people believe that wealth comes from pinching pennies, skipping lattes, and stashing every dollar into a savings account. And while saving is important, it's not what builds real wealth. Saving is addition, wealth is multiplication. If your strategy is just to stockpile cash, inflation will slowly eat away at its value, and you'll never get ahead. Millionaires don't just save money, they make their money work over time. Think of it like this. If you only have one source of income, like a job, you're walking on financial thin ice. The moment that paycheck stops, your entire life can collapse. But if you have multiple streams, stocks, real estate, an online business, or even monetized content, you're not just earning, you're growing. These streams act as safety nets. If one falls, the others hold you up. Take real estate, for example. Instead of just putting money in a savings account, earning 0.01% interest. Imagine owning a rental property that brings in monthly income while increasing in value. Or think about investing in stocks that pay dividends, essentially rewarding you for holding them. Even content creation can be a wealth builder. One viral video or well-placed ad can generate passive income for years. This is how millionaires think. Not paycheck to paycheck, but stream to stream, multiplying their income instead of just adding to it. And the more streams you have, the closer you get to that first million. The power of networking and mentorship. Here's another overlooked secret. Wealth is often a team sport. The people you surround yourself with can either elevate you or keep you stuck. Millionaires seek out mentors, advisors, and peers who push them to think bigger. They build networks that open doors, create opportunities, and provide access to insights the average person never gets. Think about it. If you spend time with people who talk about success, investments, and scaling wealth, you start thinking differently. But if you're constantly surrounded by people who complain about money and blame the system, you absorb that mindset too. The key: be intentional about your circle. But here's the final piece of the puzzle. Because even if you know all of this about leverage, investing, and multiple streams of income, there's still one factor that makes or breaks everything. And it's something almost no one talks about. The ultimate key: mastering patience and consistency. The biggest reason people never make their first million. They quit too soon. They get excited, try something for a few months, don't see instant results, and give up. But here's what every millionaire knows. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's a process. The first $100,000 is always the hardest. The first $500,000 takes time. But once momentum kicks in, it grows faster than you ever imagined. And that's where most people fail. They're looking for the shortcut, the hack, the secret trick. But the truth, it's about mastering consistency. It's about doing the right things over and over until they compound. Every millionaire you see today was once someone who had to start from scratch. The only difference? They stayed in the game long enough for it to work. The role of smart risk-taking. The final key: learning how to take smart risks. Playing it safe will never make you a millionaire. Every person who's ever hit seven figures has at some point stepped outside their comfort zone and taken a calculated risk, whether it was quitting a job, starting a business, or making a big investment. It's about knowing when to bet on yourself and when to pivot if things aren't working. Final takeaway. So now you know, the real path to making your first million isn't about luck or working harder than everyone else. It's about shifting your mindset, leveraging opportunities, investing in assets, taking smart risks, and most importantly, staying consistent. The question is, are you ready to play the long game? If you found this valuable, don't just sit on it, start applying it today. And if you want more insights like this, make sure to follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this is just the beginning. Now, what's stopping you from making your first million?